Greetings YouTube, Tech Nerd 1.0 here. So we are back, and this is the Necromancer vampire that we made the other day. Did the video on how to become a vampire in ESO 2020, and everyone seemed to like it so much I thought I would do a little bit more with this character. So we're going to run through the I believe this is the prologue for Skyrim. So we're gonna get in here. Now, I've played this character a little bit the past few days. Got him up to about level 14 when I started him. I think he was just level 4 when I did that vampire video. And wasn't much to him. I've recently found out, as far as the vampire stuff goes, going to be a long time before he gets to where we can do more of the vampire, more of the vampire adventures, more of that line of quests. But we will do them with him once he gets there, because we do want to see what's more in the the Skyrim editions here for vampirism. But this is the prologue to Skyrim, and anyone can play these. You just have to go onto the store and download them. So first off, as you can see, he's definitely looking pretty vampy here. He's pretty pale, and I got him a new outfit. He's got I believe this is called the marriage costume, but I thought it looked very vampire-like, so got that for him. And so yeah, he's looking pretty vampy right now. Have not done really all that much with him, to be honest. As far as stuff goes, I mean, he's got fairly bland, ordinary equipment. Just daggers that I got on quests, and most of his stuff is all just either purchased or gotten through quests. It's really nothing all that spectacular. I should get more stuff though as I go around, because yeah, he does seem to run out of magicka a fair amount here.
I can't let you harm this forest.
Let's see if we can find. There should be Larissa that is leading us.
We sing and spin tales here in Valen Wood in honor of you, Ifray, for the
There she is.
This is the place. Can't say I know what Reach Witches would be doing here, but the Skald King Scouts have never sent me on a wild guar chase before. Let's see if the trek out here was worth it.
Will you tell me about the magic provided by King Joran's wizards now?
I was getting to that. At Ice Reach, I picked up a couple of the medallions the witches were wearing, for further study by the Skald King's wizards. The wizards determined that magic was infused into the jewelry, but not its purpose.
And how is this supposed to help us?
The Skald King's wizards added their own spell to the medallions. We each get one. Here. They're supposed to lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the medallions. Ice Reach magic. Wave it around and see what happens.
Wave the medallion around, if you say so.
Don't look at me. It's not like Nords are known for being great mages, so whatever the Skald King's wizards did may not work, or it could explode. Hold up the medallion and see if you can make it work.
What should we expect the medallion to do?
Thanks to the Skald King's wizards, it should lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the jewelry. Ice Reach magic. Just take it out and give it a try.
Very well, giant woman. Follow the magic trail. Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay.
It actually worked! Follow that trail. I'll take the other one.
Okay. I did do this one other time in, it was in the Ebonheart Pact region, and I do remember this now. Okay. I'm just going to follow these little red blobs. It's a troll. Galopanic corpse. Ah, sure. Okay. Let's see what else we can find here. Most of the words on this sheet of paper have been rendered unreadable by whatever immolated the body, but the words "a lucrative opportunity" are still legible. We shall take this
Find
with us
anything?
and speak with Lyris. But first, a trip around to see what else we can see. Alright, very interesting. Back through Lyris to see what she has to say about our note.
So, find anything that will help us locate the Ice Reach Coven?
The medallion led me to these burned bodies. I found this charred note on one of them.
I was led to a similar site. Damn witches! Whatever game the Ice Reach Coven is playing at, we need to put an end to it. Preferably with multiple swings of my axe. Let me see the note you found.
The only words I could make out were, "a lucrative opportunity."
That's no help. Luckily, Yoren's scouts provided a few locations of interest with their last report. Let me mark them on your map. When you reach each location, use the medallion and see where the magic leads. I'll catch up with you shortly.
I'll see if I can learn anything at these locations.
First ice storms, now fire. Keep your guard up. The Coven won't hesitate to kill anyone who gets too close.
Alright, we are to search these other locations. That is the dog whistle I want to do. Location presents itself. Again, I used the medallion, but let it guide me the way. seems to go cold. Where does it continue? Does it continue over there? Is that where it came from? Not even vampires as we are to understand. Creatures caught between. Examine the corpse. Continue to follow the trail. Another marked location. No, I do not want to collect the mountain flower. Alright, we shall continue this way toward the location. I do not see it on our map. Ah, there it is. Far across the other side of the entire island. And hope that the shore does not block everything. Plus, we've got enemies here that we have to try to run around. It makes you feel like a delivery boy. It's very, very annoying. Here's the shore. Have to turn right and follow up along the shore. Some stone or something up here. I'm not hunting yet. There's some sort of caimans or crocodiles out here. Finally, we approach location. Hopefully, we will not have to find enemies. Alright. Another use of the medallion. Again, leads us to a path. Seems like an ancient temple. Vampires. This is some sort of witch spike that we must destroy or collect. And
That's all you got? It'll take more than that to fell Lyra's Titanborn, you bastards!
Look. Perhaps the Mages Guild would be excited to see that. Alright. Wrists. Let's see what she has listed. Her.
Nothing like a quick battle to get the heart pumping. But I'm surprised we haven't faced more opposition. Coven must be preoccupied. Wasn't expecting to fight vampires, though. Did you find anything interesting at the sites I marked on your map?
I found another strange blood fiend.
A blood fiend? You don't usually run into them in this part of the world. Let me see the note. Huh. There's that word again. Lucrative. And what's that about a simple ritual? Sounds like Coven activity to me. Anything else to report?
I found this piece of a ritual item.
I don't like the look of that. It feels wrong. The Skull King's mages will want to examine it. In the meantime, we need to figure out what the Coven is up to. How do rituals, vampires, and blood fiends figure into their plan?
Any ideas where we go next?
Just one. A note from a merchant named Goharth Ironbelly. Found it on these vampires. Ironbelly is apparently supplying something the Coven requires, but the note doesn't go into details. It says we can find him at a Riften Inn, the Withered Tree.
Alright. I'm ready to depart. Out of character, right now it's obviously you could leave and do something else, another quest, or you could just fast travel right to Riften. We're just going to do that. And off we go. Rift. Now Rift, this is kind of a hot spot for vampire activity. This has been known in the game for a long time. In fact, I think, this is where I went when I became a vampire, when I got bit, and this is where the main quest is that we went through.
The note said Ironbelly does business at the Withered Tree Inn. This way.
All right, I will follow you, giant woman.
Gonna gut him when I find him.
Once we spot Ironbelly, we'll follow from a distance until he leads us to the Coven.
So the quest for the Matron of the Blood Queen, I think it is, or Blood Matron, that is here in near Riften.
This is the place. Let's head inside and finalize our plans.
Very well. Inside the Withered Tree. Let's see what's next on the agenda.
Ironbelly's note suggested he'd meet with the Coven after he did some business in this inn. When he arrives, don't do anything to alarm him. We want the merchant completely at ease when he leaves to go rendezvous with the witches.
And what do you want me to do once he gets here?
Just mill about and try not to draw attention to yourself. Honestly, I'm more comfortable with the direct approach, but we need to play this carefully. Then when he leaves, he can lead us directly to the Coven.
All right, very well, giant woman, I will stand out of the way.
Good lizard. I'll take a pint of your finest ale. And what have we here? Lass, let old Ironbelly buy you a drink or two? What do you say?
Not interested.
Not interested? Goharth Ironbelly never takes no for an answer.
Go away, little man, before I break you.
I don't think that's the kind of woman I would be bothering.
I beg your pardon, but things will be different after that bitch lives up to her promise.
Interesting little display. There is not much good to steal around here, to say. As I had said before, one of my intentions for this character was to make him something of a sneaky sneak character as well. Someone up here, it says we can attack him. Someone dead as well. Kind of like to have that cat, but I guess I got my own. Ooh, very nice. Alright. Oh, fellow Iron Belly. That is what this. I was out stealing things. I should have been following this Iron Belly. There he is. They should be quiet about this. Never shall he know where we are. This is sly one, this Iron Belly. Seems to keep watching us. Spoke to this Khajiit. Continues along. I shall hide behind this tree. Has not spotted me yet. Interesting. Down by the docks. Bad things always happen. Secret passage, maybe? Book for the Mage's Guild. Excellent. Right. We shall explore the Ratway. Clearly, if vampires were going to infect your city, this is the kind of place they would be.
Never fails. Follow a rat, you wind up in a sewer. Why my sewers always smell so bad? God, when we find Iron Belly, I'm gonna cave in his head for dragging us down here. My armor will never be mistaken for a bed of roses, but sewer stink lingers like Thane Yegi around the mead hall.
How did you know where to find me?
You followed Iron Belly, I followed you. Come on, let's find that slimy merchant and see what he's doing down here.
Do you think he's meeting the Ice-Rich Coven down here?
Thieves and murderers aren't the only scum that inhabit the Ratway. The local Jarl keeps sealing the entrances, but it never stays closed for long. It would make a perfect lair for the Coven. Watch your step and try not to blunder into any traps.
Interesting mess up here. It says the local Jarl keeps sealing the entrance. Obviously, this quest was made for all three areas, but they wrote that one. That should say local lord, probably. Jarl, obviously, is a title from Skyrim. There would be no Jarls in this part where I'm at. So, but that's okay. We'll overlook that for the story's sake.
No, damn it! Sneaky bastard. He rigged the gate to lock behind him. Don't wait for me. Find Ironbelly.
Looks like I'm on my own. As Lyris has been trapped outside. I'm wondering if these bodies will get up. As I pass them. Also interesting that we find things to eat. I assume from the other visitors. Go that way. Vampires would have no wish to, or no need to eat. Well, these witches might. The head fight. These gloves I found I can wear. Stamina does me no good, but they are more protective than what I have. So I shall put them on.
I deserve better than this!
Fair amount of enemies in this area. Thank you, gentlemen, for the donations to the cause. More creatures of the dark.
Were you followed, Iron Belly?
Of course not, Sister Balra. My caution is legendary.
And have the arrangements I requested been made?
The flyers have been distributed. And your friend with the fangs?
Busy, I'm afraid.
You promised the vampire would turn me! Make good on our deal, or I'll report this to the Jarl!
You will do nothing of
Interesting. Dropped something she did.
Greedy fool outlived his usefulness.
Iron Belly's key. Now let's look for more evidence on his body. Along to the upper ratway we go. We should encounter Iron Belly's body. Let us be quiet and sneak. It appears no one is here. Lucrative opportunity in East March. Lucrative opportunity awaits hard workers with strong backs and good constitutions who wish to earn a generous amount of gold. Come to the Grinning Horker, an inn in northeastern East March. Just follow the path up to the mountain west of Volgar's meadery. All capable, interested parties are welcome.
Finally! This place is amazing. Wait, what happened?
He's dead. Killed by a
hope
vampire.
Iron Belly told you something before you killed him. So what happened? Did you get too close? Did he attack you?
I didn't kill him. He argued with a woman called Sister Balra. She murdered him.
Damn! That must have been one of the Ice Reach Coven witches. Any idea where she may have gone?
This flyer mentions an inn in East March.
That's not much to go on, but it's all we have. I'll meet you at the cart outside of town.
I'll meet you at the cart, giant woman. Now, there's nothing left in this place for us, so onward we go. Alright, very well. Just meet Lyris at the cart. Incidentally, maybe we should stop. Sell
You need something? If not, I've got wood to cut.
Alright, off we go. Where is this cart? We must find. bridge. Outside of town. And we meet Lyris. There she is.
Alright, the cart's ready. Now tell me what else you found out down in the Ratway.
I overheard the Ironbelly tell the witch that the flyers were distributed. I found one on his body.
Let me see that. Huh. Another lucrative opportunity. But this time we know where they're leading people. To an isolated inn somewhere in Eastmarch. Did you hear anything else that I need to know?
Ironbelly said something about a vampire. He wanted them to turn him.
A vampire? Working with the Coven? That would explain the strange blood fiends in the Ratway. We'll worry about that later. Right now we have to get to Eastmarch and find that witch. Oh, before we leave, take this. You earned it.
Thank you, giant woman.
The cart will take us to the Grinning Horker in Eastmarch. Hop aboard and we can get along. I don't want to give the Coven any more of a lead than they already have.
And what do you think we'll find in the Grinning Horker?
Answers, I hope. That's what Yorn the Skald King sent me to find, after all. The witches of the Ice Reach Coven are definitely up to something, luring unsuspecting folk with promises of wealth. We saw what happened at those ritual sites.
Do you think the people who responded to Flyer will find out that they are in danger?
Tempted to a desolate area in Eastmarch, most likely to be subjected to more of those strange rituals. If that doesn't scream danger, I don't know what does. Will you accompany me, my friend? I'd appreciate your help in this matter.
I'll go to the Grinning Horker in Lyris.
If you're ready to travel to the Grinning Horker, climb aboard the cart. We'll be in Eastmarch before you know it.
Before we go, let's review what we already learned about the Coven's plans.
Good idea, but so far the pieces don't tell a complete story. We found evidence of the Coven luring people with promises of gold so they could experiment on them, ritual items, vampires, and strange blood fiends. What does it all mean?
Have you ever seen anything like the strange pike before?
I've seen similar totems, but nothing exactly like that witch pike. It disturbed me just to look at it. It appears to be a key component to their ritual, though the Skald King's mages will determine that for certain.
And does the Coven normally work alongside vampires?
The Ice Reach Coven consists of witches and warriors of the Reach loyal to their cause. I never saw a connection to vampires before. Maybe the Bloodsuckers are hired help? Come on. Hopefully we'll learn more when we get to the Grinning Horker.
What do you think of the strange blood fiends?
You saw what I saw. Those feral creatures were near some of the ritual sites, and each site appeared to be a slightly different version of the ritual. Like they're trying to perfect it.
Interesting, giant woman. Very well. Let's move along. Alright, so off we go to Eastmarch. Now, I believe this is all still part of the original prologue. So, again, this... no, maybe not. Let's see where we lie. I do have, obviously, the Skyrim supplements.
We need to walk from here. Follow the path up the mountain.
No. This is the new area right here, I believe. Western Skyrim. Eastmarch is an older area, so... Right. Enter the Grinning Horker. Alright, we shall follow this road, find the inn, and see where the rest of this mystery lies. Again, it's becoming very difficult for me not to let Lyris know of my true identity. If she only knew what I actually was.
Place looks empty. Let's talk.
I actually have not fed in several days, so the blood has not grabbed me too much yet. That I could use. Spoiled food. Looks like most of the things here maybe health recovery, I don't know. A lot of this food is all spoiled. So, tells me no one has been here in some time.
Nothing waiting to impede our progress? No guards? No witches? Nothing. Just a lonely inn on a desolate hillside. If Ironbelly's flyer led us astray, we're gonna head back and kill him again.
Were you expecting the place to be deserted?
I expected answers. Ironbelly sent people here for a reason. They have to be someplace. If we don't pick up the Coven's trail, I'm not sure we'll find them again in time to stop whatever the witches have planned. Let's take a look around.
What exactly are we looking for?
Anything that points to what the witches are up to. We need to determine the full extent of the threat. Let's explore the inn and look for any clues as to what happened to the people they lured here. With luck, that may lead us to the Coven.
Very well. Alright, we shall go upstairs first. Interesting. Ah, a few coins. Very interesting. Used bedroll.
Bedrolls. For those who came for the lucrative opportunity. I wonder where they are now.
Nothing else, we're finding quite a few diagrams. What is this? Half-eaten dinner?
I've never known a Nord to abandon a meal while there's still food on the plate.
And what is this? Ah, a blood trail.
Fresh blood. It leads to that hatch. Great. The trail leads into the basement.
Of course it does.
Empty. That's not right. There must be a secret passage. See if you can find it.
Blanket, I don't believe I need that. Interesting. Old wig.
Nothing important. I knew there had to be a secret passage. Let's see where this goes.
Passage in a wardrobe. I think I read this in a book one one day.
How far down does this tunnel lead?
More tunnels. Now deep in the ground. We are going to take a little something here. Nymphs flying around should not hurt us.
I won't go back! I won't!
What is going on here?
You aren't one of the Reach Witches? You have to help me.
Calm down, sir. Tell me who you are. What happened to you?
We were in the Hawker, waiting for them to tell us how we were going to make a pile of gold, when they ordered us to go to the basement. One of us refused. They cut him. There was so much blood.
How did you get away?
When we saw the Reach Witches, a few of us tried to fight. I slipped away before anyone noticed. They're doing something terrible down here. Something monstrous. Please, you must help the others. And you need to destroy the Pikes. They're evil.
Stay calm, stay calm. Wait here for a moment while I talk to Lyris. That was not Lyris.
Look at it, my friend. I thought it was just an old legend, but it's real. It's real.
What are you talking about, Lyris?
Blackreach. The world below Skyrim. Every Nord child hears the stories. How another world stretches beneath the Nine Holds. Each story is slightly different. Some talk about dwarven cities, others about terrible monsters or fabulous treasure.
You think this is Blackreach?
What else could it be? Whatever it is, it's a perfect hiding place for the Ice Reach Coven. We need to get down there and find the witches. We must put a stop to whatever evil the Coven is planning.
Holt mentioned other prisoners and said that he saw witch pikes.
The poor man is frightened out of his mind. I'll escort him back through the tunnel to the Grinning Horker. Meanwhile, get down there and see what you can find out. If you see any witch pikes, destroy them. I'll catch up with you shortly.
Alright, I'll explore Blackreach and see what I can find out. Alright, so this looks like quite a large area. I'm going to go down here. Hopefully we can get this done fairly quickly. Now, I did do this on an adventure on one of my other characters. I thought it went pretty quick on that one, but we shall see. Looks like some enemies down here. It's a troll, but it's a I don't know what you call it, non-leader, non-super tough troll, so... left with him. Alright. Witch pipe here. Yes. On to the next. Down for the next item we shall see. Dwarves. Centurion left here by some ancient race. We shall avoid it if possible. More vampires. Perhaps we can stay clear of them.
To the side!
Interesting. More prisoners have been taken. Matron continued to modify and improve the ritual as our patron has requested. Soon we will be ready to attempt a larger version in a more populated area. These arrow storms will accomplish the task as directed, but we have noticed an interesting side effect. While the storm draws what we need from living creatures within its influence, it often kills or transforms those it touches. Many of the afflicted by the storm are reduced to a new type of blood thing, something we have come to refer to as harrow fiends. I will send complete details of the latest version of the ritual in a separate package, signed Sister Balmer. Very interesting. This creature On we go. Man named Dwarven Technology. A bit. Go. Close. So, out of character, you'll notice when I use this, let's see, what is it, skull, flaming skull. I always use it in threes, because on the last one, if you have multiple enemies, it pops another one toward the other end.
Help! You must set us free!
Don't worry, man. I shall set you free.
That must have cost him.
All of you,
Run,
follow
all
me!
of you.
We'll
Be
sneak
free.
out once the coast is clear.
Run, be free.
Alfred,
be free.
You need to hear what I have
Bow
to say.
before our coven.
Thank the eight you came along. We were next in line for the witch's ritual. Please, I need to tell you what I saw.
What did you see?
I saw the witches put some poor sods into a circle, surrounded by evil-looking pikes. They chanted and called forth a strange black storm. It killed some, but turned most of the people into those harrow fiends. That's what Sister Balra called them.
Sister Balra. Do you know where she is?
There's a dwarven ruin west of here. Sister Balra has been using that as her personal domain. If she's around, that's where you'll find her. Damn it. I should have known. That flyer was too good to be true.
The flyer? Is that how you wound up down here?
I needed work. A lucrative opportunity was too good to pass up. It seemed strange when they marched us into the basement. We tried to fight, but there were too many of them. Kralt got away, though, I think. I just hope he made it to safety.
Holt is safe. Meet up with your companions. I will deal with Sister Balra myself. And there she is. Luckily, I do have a ultimate saved up that I can use. That should help the situation. There's a rock thrower here. Where is she? She is over there. Let's go around this guy if we can. We're gonna have to go out. is Larissa. Yeah.
I got back as quick as I could. Other than a few skirmishes, I didn't uncover anything important. What about you? Tell me you found something.
I smashed a witch pike and freed some prisoners.
Two things I wholeheartedly approve of. I carved a path through a number of witches and vampires myself. Sure's bones there are a lot of these bastards. Anything else to report?
I found notes describing some sort of ritual.
This is it. This must be what the Skull King is worried about. A ritual that produces harrow storms. Magic that turns people into a new kind of blood fiend. A harrow fiend. I wish I knew whose head I had to remove to stop this.
Sister Balra from the Ratway is in charge here. She might be in the nearby Dwarven ruins.
Sister Balra? The same witch that killed the merchant back in Riften. I'd definitely like to get my hands on that one. Let's go.
Right behind you. Alright, off we go. Deeper into the Dunmer ruins.
A Windhelm sentry? Down here? Hey! Are you alright?
That lying, manipulative witch. She stabbed me.
Who stabbed you?
The Reach Witch, Sister Balra. We had a deal, but she doubted me. Listen, forget about me. I made a terrible mistake. I told her how to sneak into the Palace of Kings. Now I think the Skull King is in danger.
I mean, I could save you, but, you know, for the story and all, what kind of dangers, sir?
Balra said she had something planned for hiking Yoren. Said I was loose, and... Please! I think she means to kill the Skull King. You must save him. I never meant to endanger Skyrim.
Goodbye.
Idiot! Sells out the Skull King for a handful of gold. Assassinating the Skull King would be a terrible blow to Skyrim and the Pact, but I assumed the Icereach Coven had a grander plan than that. Nevertheless, we have to save Yoren.
You think the sentry was telling the truth?
A deathbed confession? That tells me the sentry believed he put the Skull King in danger. I can't take a chance when it comes to Yoren's safety. Back to the wagon. We leave for Windhelm at once.
I'm ready. Let's fast travel to Windhelm. So, interesting enough, I thought maybe we would find her in there. I can't remember from before where it is, but we are off back to East March. Here's Larissa
The Palace
again.
of Kings! Hurry! The Palace of Kings. That's what the sentry said. Come on, we have to hurry.
And up here we go. These are normal Windhelm guards. We need to reach the king before he is assassinated. We must warn
Doesn't look
him.
like anyone's on alert. Maybe we got here in time.
And out there knows something. It is time to party hardy.
We'll talk to him later.
Hey, grab a drink.
Your timing is impeccable.
I don't think this is part of my normal quest, but I'll talk
I'd
to
hoped to
Shalador.
find you here, Adept.
What can I help you with, Shalador?
Blast has finished translating the tome. Once you're ready, join us at the Mages Guild. Speak to Velast when you arrive. I'll be making preparations for your first trial.
Where can I find her?
Velast will be expecting you at the Elden Root Guild Hall. I'll see you there, Adept.
What has she discovered?
She did most of the hard work. I'll leave the explanation to her. Just know that Sheogorath is nowhere near as clever as he thinks. She was able to unravel his nonsense and determine where you need to go. Huh!
Yeah, goodbye.
You have
all
the thieving skills
So
of
that
a
was
dead
not
mud
part of
crab.
this quest. Shalador decided to show up on his own. He is part of the Mage Line, the Mages Guild quest. I guess that's why he's here, right in front of the Mages Guild. But actually, we want to go around this to get to the king.
Bring this one in.
Dirty thief. Even small
Stay away
crimes ought to be punished.
And again up.
Huskarl, the Skull King, where is he?
I can't divulge such information.
Fresh
Even
from
the
the
great
warm
Lord
southern
Titanborn
land,
must know
you
that.
smell of
It's
salt
a matter of
and
royal
sunshine.
security.
Royal security? Listen, you little fool. You talk to her.
House Carl.
Who does Titanborn think she is? Demanding to see the Scald King.
Dyrus and I have uncovered a plot against Yoram, the Scald King. We must warn him.
Whatever you and the half-giant think you found is irrelevant. The Scald King is safe inside the Palace of Kings. It's the most secure structure in all of Skyrim.
One of your sentries accepted a bribe and told the Ice Reach Coven how to gain access to the palace.
Well, it's true that Sentry Darfel never arrived for his shift today. And High King Yoren is touring the palace, but that's supposed to be a secret. The Ice Reach Coven, you say?
Yes, and they may already be moving against the Scald King. We need to get into the palace.
How highly irregular. But if this is true, King Yoren wanted to tour the lower levels, to check on the progress of the construction. He could be anywhere. Go inside and find him at once. I'll rally the guards and secure the palace. Now hurry!
Very well.
Into the palace. Let's move!
You've got some nerve.
If I remember right, I believe the end of the quest is coming up here. I think there's a bit of a fight here in front of the king. And then I think that is about it. Alright, here we go.
Damn, they're already inside. We must find the Skull King. Maps of Hoffingar? Why would the Coven and its allies need that?
Sure. Interesting. Very interesting. Appears these vampires have infiltrated the entire place.
That map details the distribution of troops throughout Skyrim. Look, they tore off the western holds.
Let me get us back to the right quest here. is this the bookshelf? No matter what is going on. Alright. More of the Reach's victims. And into the palace. Interesting that Marissa has no problems with necromancy either. Possible that she
Remain
may not
vigilant.
notice that I'm a vampire.
We are close to our goal.
Definitely knows that I'm a necromancer. Again, just to things about modern role-playing games. There's really not much you can do about stuff like that. It would be very hard and very uneven. Close to the end here. Alright. Where are we? Closing in. I guess we'll sell it. This has got to be it. Caught them in the act. Still unable to save the guy, though. Okay, door's barred, so it looks like we're going up this way. Frost Reaver, these are clearly these are some type. Good lockpick. It's not really worth it. I'll take those. No. Sentry has to say. Dead. But we have the palace dungeon.
The key to the dungeons. Yorn wasn't up here, so let's search down there.
Apparently, have they taken the king to the dungeons? 15th level while doing that. I think. Go ahead. Let's see. More weapon swap. Yeah, we've been waiting for that. And we get to choose a weapon. So we'll definitely take a dagger. Deals oblivion damage and push based on pushing things health. Nice. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Experience gained by kills 3.5%. We'll definitely. Magica, we will. Skills, we'll come back to, but we are going to use this weapon. Looks like we've got another prophet still here, so we'll put that. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Larissa is with me. Off we go. More into the palace. Should be almost to our end.
Leave the Skull King alone, witch!
Yoren is ours! He will make a fine addition to our patron's forces! Now you will die!
Wanted to turn me into a monster. I've had enough of this dungeon. Let's talk in the throne room.
King wants to go to his throne room to talk. So, I don't know if that was tough or easy battle, I don't know. But like I said, this character has barely got any decent equipment. It's just whatever I've gotten off of quests. Haven't done any sort of questing or crafting yet, so I don't know. Not that it is, and I think I just hit 15th. So, all right, what do we got here? not let us take anything. Now we just saved your life.
That's my
I can't
report,
take a
Skull
damn
King.
Sweet roll.
Our friend can tell you more.
Held captive in my own dungeon. If word gets out, I would be laughed off my rebuilt throne. And rightly so. On to business. I heard Lyris' report. Now tell me, what did you uncover?
The Ice Reach Coven developed a ritual that turns people into a new kind of blood fiend.
Yes, so Lyris mentioned. Harrow Fiend, she called them. An ominous name. And that Sister Balra claimed she was turning me into a monster? What else did you learn about the Ice Reach Coven?
The Coven appears to be allied with vampires.
Vampires? I have known both decent and terrible folk burdened by that curse. I take it the ones working with the Coven fall into the latter category. Anything else?
The Coven seems interested in a Hafner hold.
Hafner?
Hafner?
High King Svargrim rules that hold from the City of Solitude. We don't see eye to eye, especially since neither of us will openly acknowledge the other's reign. Still, he should be warned. Talk to Lyris. I have much to think about.
Yes, Skull King.
Svargrim and the people of Western Skyrim can be real pains in the arse, but they're still Nords. Despite the differences between their holds and ours, we won't abandon them to the Coven's conspiracy.
So let's go to Halfengar and deal with the Coven.
Not so fast, friend. Western Skyrim doesn't exactly get along with Eastern Skyrim. Politics can be a tricky business, so I tend to leave that to the politicians. When King Yoren gives the word, then we go. Not before.
So what happens now?
Now we celebrate our victory and let Yoren's scouts do what they do best. Meanwhile, I'll work with the Skald King to figure out how to approach Svargrim with this news. In the meantime, take this. You earned it. I'll be in touch soon.
Very well, large woman.
This isn't over, not from what we learned of the Ice Reach Coven. For now, though, we rest and let the Skald King make plans. There'll be plenty of time to kill more Reach Witches another day.
Why can't King Yoram just send us to Halfengar? Isn't he the High King of Skyrim?
There hasn't been a single ruler in over 100 years. Jarl Svarter of Solitude refused to recognize Freydis as the legitimate heir. Ever since, the kingdom has been divided. Damn inconvenient at times like this.
So who rules the two kingdoms?
Yoren rules over eastern Skyrim from Windhelm, while Svargrim lords over the western holds from his palace in Solitude. If the Ice Reach Coven has targeted western Skyrim, it will take both nations to stop them. If we can ever agree on anything.
And what do you plan to do while you're waiting for the Skald King?
Train. Eat. Drink. Probably drink some more. But don't worry. I'll be ready when the Skald King gives the word. Then we'll move against the Ice Reach Coven. You have my word on that.
All right, giant woman, goodbye. All right, so that seems like, I think that is it. Through a veil darkly, go to, no, that's not part of this. That's a different quest. All right, so I believe that is it for the prologue. Yep, that is it. These are for... yeah. Okay, so that is it. The next thing, obviously, is you would go to Skyrim and continue on from there. Let me get out of here. You'd go to Skyrim and continue on from there. And obviously, for what they're talking about, there's an Eastern Skyrim and a Western Skyrim. The newest supplement, I believe it's the Western Skyrim, and that is the place you're probably most used to from the game Skyrim. That is the the part of the Nord homeland that you're most that you know most of. Solitude and all the other great cities. Alright, so folks, that is it. That is how to that is the walkthrough of the Prelude. We'll continue on from here. Everyone seems to like this character, so we'll play some more with him as we go, as we level up our vampire. So again, like, subscribe, share, watch, all those good things. And that is it for TAC Nerd, signing out.